fucking family's here. What's up, guys? Dang, y'all was waiting for me too. All right, what's going on? Welcome to Javante Coker News Uncensored. I get a little more darker on YouTube because
Uh, fuck that. TikTok be
a little assholes, man. For real, they do. They be assholes over there. But I love my YouTube. I love my TikTok. All you guys are awesome. Um, welcome. Let's get into this shit. So as y'all know, I try to do it this way on YouTube because I cannot go and make a green screen on TikTok to show you the articles behind me. So today I did the same thing on TikTok. I went there and went live and showed the computer of everything that's going on here, all the news for today. I'm gonna do the same for you guys, and I'm sorry I've been gone for a while, but I'm back. TikTok's just been I've been having to upload videos like crazy on there, and then I got work in between that, and I'm like, oh, I need to make time for YouTube. I can't get I can't just let my 14,000 subscribers be let down and shit. So I'm here though. Anyways, let's get into this shit. Woo! We'll change this up a little bit. Yeah. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. How's your little one? He's doing good. He's doing good. Thanks for asking. All right, how the hell you turn this thing around? Oh, right here. I found it. Okay. So I guess North Korea. I guess since we're here, we're gonna talk about this one first, and then we'll go to some other stuff. But apparently, North Korea is preparing to confront the U.S. in 2022. Kim Jong Un will likely conduct more advanced weapon tests this year in his own version of maximum pressure. So Kim Jong Un, he has been making some kind of like sinister threats. Like he said he was going to respond to us putting sanctions on them, and then that Tonga volcano blew up out of nowhere. As North Korea tested two nukes that day, did one in the Sea of Japan, and then one towards that area. But whether you believe that or not, still some crazy shit happened. They tested missiles, and the United States did not like that too well. Um,
let's see. Guess we can go to my main news.
site, see if we got anything going on right now. Then I'll show you guys my backup one. Like I said, TikTok.
Let's
See
see.
what the UK, because the UK made a war threat to Russia, said they're ready to fight them too.
All right, UK.
UK preparing sanctions. UK asks Russia to down on the tensions while Ukrainian army louds its anti-tank weapons. How you going to ask Russia to stand down when you guys are arming them? How are you going to ask them? That's like Mexico getting ready to go to war with us, and you know, China says, "Hey, United States, tone it down over there," because you got your troops within your borders getting ready to attack the Mexicans. Like, no, we getting ready to defend ourselves because y'all bringing all this crazy weaponry over here. China responds to America's call to back it over Russia's Ukraine aggression is telling. Wait, what? I know that's RT, but they're talking about China and Russia. Hold on. China's response to America's call to back it over Russia's Ukraine aggression is telling. What's that even mean? Oh, screen blurry? Sorry, guys. Give me a sec.
Um, that should be a little better.
Yeah, there we go.
Uh, let's see. On Wednesday,
Secretary of State Blinken phoned his Chinese counterpart Yi and lectured him on what he describes as Russian aggression on Ukraine. The move was an obvious diplomatic stunt from Washington to try and isolate Moscow by appealing to Beijing, seemingly fearful of the growing strategic partnership between the two countries. But Wayne wasn't surprised. Oh, Wayne wasn't impressed by. Ah, see, bro, you guys are trying to break up Russia and China so bad, but that it's not happening, man. They are tight, just like y'all got NATO And the crazy part is NATO's not even tight right now. They're all in a disagreement of what to do with Russia. Some's ready to go to war, and others are like, "No, dude, chill out, man. Like, you know who the fuck we're talking about?" So yeah, United States, that was a good try, but no, it didn't work. Okay, so let's go to our next one. All right. Hmm. Putin says Russia will wipe out Ukraine's military in just 48 hours. Wow, bro. Hold up.
Oh, he's saying it just.
It'll take just 48 hours just to wipe them all clean. Damn, bro. Hold on. I kind of want to see this or to read this one. Putin ally says Russia will wipe out Ukraine's military in just 48 hours as Ukrainians protest with British anti-tank missiles and Putin's force buildup hits 130,000 troops, and the biggest since the Cold War. A new video shows a Ukrainian army soldiers learning to use British NLAW anti-tank weapons for the first time. Yeah, I saw that. I did watch that video. That's kind of crazy. But damn, it's getting like that for real? I'm trying to see if there's anything else.
But one close.
Vladimir Putin ally claimed it would only take a maximum of 48 hours to invade Ukraine because Kiev is so outnumbered. Yeah, yeah. You know what? That's another weird thing that I don't think that people are understanding. So for one, people don't understand that Russia only has 130,000 troops on the border. Ukraine has pretty much half its army on this border. And you guys think that Russia's going after Ukraine when they haven't even sent a portion of their army to Ukraine. That's a little soft punch. That's not Russia's whole army on that fucking border. That's not all their weaponry and nukes and everything on that border. They're moving all that shit around. I bet you there's probably some submarines in the Mediterranean Sea. I bet you there's some in the Black Sea. I bet you there's some on our south and our east and west coast. I bet you there's submarines everywhere. Probably in the South China Sea, just in case China and the United States get into a war. Russia right there with China. China probably got their shit out too to have Russia's back because they already said they're going to help each other. And people are like, well, the United States got this. We can handle this. And our own allies are, they're scared as fuck right now. Like, they're like, hey, U.S., man, we ain't as strong as you. Like, can you tone it down, bro? We're talking Russia and China here. Like, this is something most of us can't handle. India probably give China a little run for its money, but it's not a lot of countries that's going to be able to put China, Russia, and the United States down. Only the big three can put down the big three, and it will be a suicide battle. It'll be a suicide battle. We're the big three for a reason. And now number one's fucking with number two and number three, and they get to team up. Evening out the playing field a little bit. It's like it's crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
Crazy. And the warnings to to Russia, man, the United States is directly, the UK and the United States have been directly threatening Russia. That's what I'm trying to get people to open their eyes to, because this is not the Cold War. Do not think of this as Cold War 2.0. Think of this as a new Cold War that's uncomparable, because our relations are down in the dirt. Man, crazy, crazy times, man. The UK doesn't have a big army. Yeah, they got a good army, but they're not. able to go run on one with Russia. You can even ask the UK that. They'll tell you if the United States left NATO, no other NATO country will be able to take on Russia. Thanks for the support, Deep Down Podcast. What's up, Deep Down Podcast? Much love, guys. UK, France, India. So one versus. So like, yeah, it's kind. That's kind of where we're at. So, well, France just kind of toned down. They stepped back. Poland stepped back. Who else stepped back? Germany stepped back. So our big dogs, right now is only the United States and the UK. Cause Turkey, we don't even know what the fuck they're doing. We're not even involving them on our missions because they could be telling our shit to Russia for all we know. We are not trusting Turkey right now. But yeah, man. And y'all know when it starts, the first thing Russia's gonna aim for at the United States is the EMP. You ain't gonna see a building blow up. You ain't gonna see a power plant blow up. You might. I mean, you might. You might. They might start off with a couple missile attacks, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna start off with an EMP. If the United States goes through with trying to attack Russia, and NATO goes through right behind them, we are definitely going to have an EMP attack. We're gonna have a big EMP attack. It's gonna be a big blackout around the world, and nobody's gonna see anything coming. And just know, guys, when that blackout comes, you better be ready to fight. I don't care. I mean, you better find your nearest gun store, put that bitch on lockdown, board in the fucking doors, whatever you need to do, and grab your ammunition and grab your gun. Grab everything you need. Honestly, the guy selling there might try to attack you, but I mean, you need to survive, man. Survival is the key right now. And people ain't aware of this. There's going to be people that really don't know about this, and this is going to hit a blackout, and they're going to think, oh, the power's going to be on. There's going to be a week, and then it's going to be 2 weeks, and then like, hold on, dude, why isn't my power on? They'll, oh well, actually, they'll know when the phones go down, because then they won't have no phones to distract them. They won't have no TVs to distract them. They won't have to no bowling, no pool, no beers, no weed, no nothing. Everything's going to be gone, and you have to find that shit for yourself. You gotta People are gonna have their own independent skills. There's gonna be people that know how to put their own little grid up, or how to power up a backup generator, or how to build a home, or there's gonna be people with their own class and their own skills. But us, most of America right now is so dumbed down that it's not even funny. There's a lot of people that's smart though. I'm not saying that all people are dumbed down. But there's people that will look at any fucking thing to come at us, bro. Like this is ridiculous, bro. Man, wait till this fucking power goes off. Fucking wait. Oh man, people are about to be so pissed. And that's when you're gonna see the roar of America, because take everything that America wants away and we get really rowdy. We get very aggressive. We get very we want our freedom back. And that's when people are going to wake up and start paying attention to what's going on in this country and this world. When they lose all of their power and all their equipment and all of their food and that water and your pop, whatever you drink or whatever you eat, whatever you drive, whatever you look at, whatever you watch, when you lose all that shit, then what? Everyone turns against each other. And I ain't gonna say everyone, because you have your little team groups, you have your little gangs and all that shit. Try to help each other out. But at some point, your best friend's gonna turn on you too. You eating a little more food than he is, and he's over there jealous at you, or you just got a whole load of rations or rationals, whatever you want to use, in a fucked up situation, and he got none. So you can get like VIP access. You can actually go to events. He can't do shit because he's not vaccinated, and
Because they're going to use that.
Next, they'll be gone for a while. Let us fight each other, and then they'll come out of nowhere. Hey guys, it's going to be fine. We got bunkers. Y'all hear what the Russians gonna do? They said they're gonna nuke us. We got bunkers. We got camps. We got water for you. You thirsty? Come here, man. You thirsty? Oh, your son is he's so young. How old is he? Oh, we got a nice safe place for him too. There's a lot of kids there too. They'll love it. Yeah, fuck that bullshit. I would never trust the government after that. There ain't no police to call. There ain't no investigations. There's no judges. There's no attorneys. Nothing. You would just be on your own. We would be right back to being animals, mammals, learning how to survive in the fucking woods. Can you do that? Go into your basement and be able to try to grow something, or go and try to start a fire or some, so you can cook and eat, so you can heat up your food and you not have to eat all that bacteria and that nastiness that might give you worms, and then you really won't be able to survive because that worm in your stomach be eating everything. And when you don't have no doctors to help you, like for real, man. I ain't saying this to scare nobody. I've been telling people how it is, man. I'm just telling people how it is. Cause I have to look at this shit every day. I look up this shit every day. Different articles. I see the good news articles, but I ignore them because I see the bad news articles override the good news ones. Cause the good news ones is them just saying bullshit words that they already have said. Oh shit! What did Trump say? That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Trump says
Ukraine Russia crisis is a European problem, and Russia owns Germany because of the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. Yeah, yeah, you got a point there. You got a point there. That's why Germany's stepping back. That's why Germany is stepping back right now.
Should we be involved in this? Should we at least be arming them? What should we do?
Well, Europe should be totally involved. When Germany made the pipeline deal, I sent a white flag to Angela, who I got along with actually very well. Different side of the plate, but that's okay. She had views that were a lot different than mine in many cases. But I sent the white flag of surrender because Germany made a deal with Russia with the pipeline, and Nord Stream is a disaster. And I'm the one that brought that out. And nobody even knew about it. I used to talk about it all the time. Then they'd say, "Oh, he's weak in Russia." Putin would say, "You're killing me with this pipeline." But I got it stopped, and it was stopped. It was stopped cold. But I told Angela, I said, "You're tying your whole country into Russia because once you're going to get energy, and don't listen to them when they say 20%, it's 72% or more of their energy is going to come out of Russia. That means that Russia controls them. Russia owns Germany.
Wow.
In one of the dumbest moves I've ever seen, where they're getting their energy, a large portion, and it's remember it's over 70%. They tried to say it's 30 and 40%, and even if that, it's too much. But it's over 70%. They closed their plants, they closed their nuclear plants and other plants. They got rid of coal, which was, seeming it to greatness because, frankly,
that's crazy.
He said Germany. No, I have a. My bad, guys. If y'all can't hear that, I have a case. So that's why some of my videos are a little lower. I just bought this new waterproof case, and it seems to seal my mic at times. So I gotta talk louder for you guys to hear it, to hear my stuff. But I was dropping my phone a million times, so I'm like, man, I gotta get a case. I gotta do something about this because iPhone 12s are way too fucking much to be cracking up. Way too fucking much. But as y'all heard, Donald Trump said that Germany is owned by Russia. Russia controls Germany because of the gas, and he said the them bringing out the pipeline is what's fucking Germany right now. Because if they've never made that deal, they wouldn't been held to gunpoint by Russia. Held to gunpoint. Russia could completely just stop the gas there. That means every citizen in Germany will go crazy because I think it's a cold time now, right? It's a cold time in Europe. So cutting the gas to Europe right now would be critical. And Russia, that they're used to shit like that. They got nice ass motherfucking um
Hold on. Someone said,
get some AirPods. I saw that. Hold on. I already got some headphones. I just haven't been using them yet. I just bought those ones yesterday. So people will be able to hear me better in my vids. But anyways, so Germany, Russia could cut the gas to Europe and everything, and it would be bad. It's bad. Um, let's see something. I want to show you guys something else.
no, you guys like, damn.
What's all this shit that he knows? Where did he get his shit? There's something that I already talked about for a while now. How McDonald's French fries are made. Oh no. Oh no. I don't even want to know, bro. That shit don't even break down in your stomach. Damn, what was I looking for? Shit. Oh yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Since me and his channel are starting to become actual good channels, people are starting to believe my stuff. Okay. That's the thing I showed y'all yesterday.
There was a whole speech of this
Dude, just
bashing fucking.
Russia.
Desert Farming with Paul and Adrian. This is January the 28th, 2022. I want to welcome everyone to our chat this morning or
Hold
this
on.
afternoon.
I'm gonna switch to my headphone.
We didn't do a live broadcast yesterday, so we're going to try to catch you up on all the news. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell, and hopefully YouTube will know. This morning at Marfugel had a breaking news story at 4:30 in the morning. He got
Does that sound better, guys?
from a source in Moscow in Russia that Vladimir Putin and the military was moving in regiments of S-400 missile defense systems to protect Moscow. I will leave the link for Marfugel in the description box after this video is over, but you can go over to Marfugel. He had about a 10-minute video. Somebody text him.
All right. I'll leave it right
4:30
here.
in the morning, so he got up and did a broadcast
I can
about
hear
4:30
fine.
in the
Okay.
morning about this
Good,
new
good.
information that Moscow now is setting up missile defense systems all around Moscow, to protect from incoming missiles. So my opinion is, folks, I give it a 50-50 chance of a war. I really don't know. I don't really think Russia wants war. Russia has stated that they're not going to be the one that starts a war, that they're not going to attack the United States. So if a war does start, it will probably be because of a false flag from NATO or the United States, and then blame it on Russia, and then the United States will have an excuse to attack Russia full on. Russia does have bomb shelters that are built in their country. Russia has the capacity to protect at least 40 to 50% of their entire population in nuclear bomb shelters. The United States does not. Russia did a drill a couple years ago where at least 40% of their population went underground within 30 minutes. So Russia does have a capacity to protect their citizens from a full-scale nuclear attack by the United States or NATO, but we do not. The United States used to have civil defense back in the 50s and 60s. We used to have bomb shelters that were set up by the U.S. government. They were stocked with food, but we got rid of all the bomb shelters. We closed them down. So basically, unless you're rich and can buy your own bomb shelter and put it in your backyard, or unless you're like an Elon Musk or one of these Hollywood stars like Tom Cruise and the guy from Facebook, they can afford to build $1 million bomb shelters, but the average citizens, we're just
Mark
trying to get
Zuckerberg.
by, living basically from paycheck to paycheck.
He said the
So
guy
only
from
the
Facebook.
military and the super rich in the United States is going to be protected if we are hit with any kind of a nuclear response from Russia. But things have been developing over the last 12 hours, 24
Wow.
hours. It does look like there could be a rupture in NATO. Several countries, including Russia, Hungary, Croatia, are starting to splinter with NATO. They do not want a war. They are trying to convince the United States and NATO to back down, to quit threatening Russia. So a lot of things are going on. So I don't know, folks. This is a toss-up. Will there be a war? Russia keeps saying that they're not going to invade Ukraine. They're not going to start a war, but it does look like the United States and NATO is pushing this. Joe Biden had a telephone conversation with Vladimir Zelensky yesterday, and the news media came out and said that Biden told Zelensky that this was 100%, that they had intelligence that Russia is going to invade Ukraine, and Zelensky supportedly told Biden that he doesn't think that is so. He doesn't think that Russia is going to invade. So I guess there was a big argument between Zelensky and Biden over whether or not Russia will invade. So, we'll just have to see, folks. Prepare for the worst, pray for peace, and all we can do is just watch it in real time. This is like you're living in a movie. It really does. So, let me let me give you some information. Vladimir Putin, this is coming in from Pravda TV. Putin's sinister silence startles Washington. Vladimir Putin has kept the West guessing what actions Russia will take after the U.S. response to Moscow's security guarantee. So President Vladimir Putin has not made any statement, but Sergei Lavrov and some of the Kremlin spokespeople have made statements about what was contained in
You're welcome.
the written responses that the United States gave Russia. Now, this is also coming in from Pravda TV. China will soon have to choose between Russia and the United States. The United States threatens China with consequences for supporting Russia. Beijing will have to face a difficult choice. China will no longer be able to stay in the shadows. So recently, China has just threatened the United States directly over Taiwan once again. So if this war does break out, and no one's saying this is for 100% sure, they could back down at the last minute. But if this war does happen, China will probably go after Taiwan. That's just my personal opinion. A lot of people want to disagree with my opinion, and that's all right, folks. You have a right to your own opinion of what is going to happen, but I also have a right to my opinion, and I'm not going to back down from any of my opinions just to appease anybody. China can no longer remain neutral. On January the 31st, the UN Security Council will host a U.S. requested meeting to discuss Russia's aggressive behavior in the conflict with Ukraine. Until recently, China's stance on the issue has been neutral, although politically, Xi Jinping even called for a great joint action to protect security interests. This happened on December
Wow.
15th during a video call with Vladimir Putin. In practice, China abstains from voting on key UN resolutions on Crimea. Beijing refuses to recognize Crimea as a Russian territory too. Similarly, China verbally rejects U.S. and European sanctions against Russia. At the same time, however, the Chinese administration supported Chinese companies, including major state-owned banks, to comply with those new restrictions. So this is going to be very interesting how this all plays out. Will China side with Russia or the United States? I think they're going to side with Russia because they have security guarantees with Russia. They are cooperating economically. Russia supplies a lot of natural gas to China. So China really needs Russia for their energy supply. So we'll have to see what happens with that. So this is what we were talking about. This is coming in from War News 24/7. There is a fracture now that has started in NATO. Many countries now are starting to disagree with NATO and the United States about this Ukraine situation. Berlin calls on Greece. German coalition of countries in favor of Russia with NATO, threats of rupture and vetoes. A huge and complex situation has been set up in Berlin on the occasion of the Ukrainian crisis, a trick that aims too far, even at the expulsion of the Americans and their bases from Germany. So there are leaders in Germany that are talking about expelling the United States military from their country over this Ukraine situation. So, folks,
Javante, the
it
reporter.
does look like splintering of NATO has begun on some levels. Will this, keep going, and will there be a complete rupture? No one knows. Well-informed sources say that a German coalition of countries has been set up within NATO, which is trying to kill every American initiative on the occasion of the developments in Ukraine. These countries,
Okay. Yeah, I get the gist of it. It's serious. Russia is building up, not only on the Ukrainian border. Actually, I don't even think they're really building up on the Ukrainian border. I think that's a distraction while they're moving all their other shit outside the Black Sea. So, people say that they don't think it's going to be a war. They say there's a low chance, but they're not agreeing to anything. Y'all really think that Russia's going to let Ukraine join NATO? Do y'all really think that? Like, seriously. Because I know we wouldn't let them join any kind of alliance over here. I know we wouldn't let Russia have an alliance with Mexico type military alliance where they could practice and do exercises on our border. They don't even like it in Cuba, and Cuba's a little further off. Or Venezuela, because they're too close to us. Y'all seen China try to get Guinea. Now, the U.S. is trying to get a country from Africa so they could counter China. So, what is this really about? Because I just have a feeling, man. The Olympics seem to be at a time where everything is high. It could be a false flag on that day, honestly. The U.S., that would piss China and drag them into a war real quick to do a false flag on the day of the Olympics. And then the U.S. could try to blame Russia and be like, well, no, Russia, they started it, and try to start a conflict between Russia and China, argument or something. But I'm pretty sure China, the fact that Putin's going to be there with Xi, I think China's not going to fall for that. They are not going to fall for that. All right. But I guess I could show you guys some capabilities. So, well, I guess Russia and U.S. because we can all do this one together. Because I'm tired of hearing people say that there's no capabilities. All right, I guess this one
You ever
works.
wondered what actors and actresses do when they have to get in shape really fast for
Oh
a movie?
Lord, I didn't want to see all that.
This video was made possible by Wix. If you are ready to create a website, head over to
Okay.
wix.com/go/infographics to try out one of their premium plans right now. But rather two against one. According to Business Insider in 2018, this triumvirate of nations has the most powerful militaries in the entire world, putting the USA in first, Russia in second, and China in third. Following these three countries are India, France, and the UK. Now, we already know that the USA spends more on its military than any other country, something not all Americans are very happy about, but we also know that Russia has had a powerful military for many years, and that China has more recently started to spend big. So, what would happen if they teamed up against the US? That's what we'll find out In this episode of the Infographic Show, USA versus China and Russia, who would win? The USA spends more on defense than the next 9 countries in total, which is some feat. When you look at the sources for the military base budget, most say it's somewhere between 587 billion and 597 billion. Nonetheless, the website The Balance goes a step further and adds the expenses of other agencies that come under the defense umbrella, and it states that the budget is actually $886 billion. They
Holy
can't
shit.
itemize this bill, as it would take an entire show, but most of the money goes on the actual running of the military. However, and this is a huge part, the website states the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter program cost $400 billion for 2,457 planes, mostly for
Golly.
development and testing. Those F-35s sure are expensive, especially when you consider that the Department of Education got only $59 billion last year. What about
Whew.
China and Russia? As for Russia's budget, again, it depends on what source you are reading. Fortune in 2017 called Russia's military leaner but meaner, stating that its budget had decreased to just $42.3 billion. Other sources say it's more like $46 billion. That isn't much compared to the USA, but we'll see how that money was spent soon. China's defense budget, and most sources agree, for 2018 is $174.5 billion. Okay, so the USA has the highest GDP in the world at $19.4 trillion, according to the International Monetary Fund. China was next at 12 trillion, and Russia was in 12th at 1.53 trillion. What we can say is that it's obvious why Russia is spending much less than the USA, but China, if it wanted to, could perhaps spend a little more. Percentage-wise, the USA spends a fair bit more than China on military when the budget is divided by GDP. Still, in terms of spending power, the USA is stronger than both countries, and in terms of military spending, it spends about 4 times more than both China and Russia combined. But what do we get for
Facts.
the money? One website dedicates its time to adding up how many people and how much machinery each country has. As for the USA, in terms of feet on the ground, it has a total of 2,083,100 personnel, 1,281,900 work as active personnel, and 801,200 are reserves. Here we can guess the USA will fall behind. Russia has a total of
Wow.
3,586,128 military personnel, 1,013,628 are active personnel, and 2,572,500 are reserves. China has a total of 2,693,000 military personnel, 2,183,000 are active personnel, and 510,000 are reserves. What this means is that Russia and China together have about a 3 times larger military in terms of manpower than the USA. When it comes to people needed to fight, one thing to bear in mind is training, but when it comes to war, one of the things you have to think about is who would fight and sacrifice themselves. Perhaps the most war-torn nation is Russia, having suffered in the world wars so much. But then the US has been at war or secretly involved in military operations almost since the Second World War. China's military is largely untested, but one should ask if China's regime would be better able than the US government at summoning its people to fight. We might also
Oh
ask
yeah, that's
if
a
those
good point.
many in the USA who have grown used to relatively more creature comforts would even join a war, or would they even protest against one? As we say, there's no easy way to understand this. We can only speculate. Let's now have a look at what each country has in terms of machines that travel on land. The USA has in total 5,884 battle tanks, 38,822 armored fighting vehicles, 950 self-propelled artillery, 795 towed artillery, and 1,197 rocket projectors.
Yep.
Russia has 20,300 battle
Oh
tanks,
shit.
27,400 armored fighting vehicles, 5,970 self-propelled artillery, 4,466 towed artillery, and 3,816 rocket projectors. China has 7,716 battle tanks, 9,000 armored fighting vehicles, 2,000 self-propelled artillery, 6,246 towed artillery, and 2,050 rocket projectors. As you can see, the USA has far fewer machines here, but it does have the M1 Abrams tank, which is regarded as one of the best in the world. Much of Russia's fleet is old, but its T-90 is good, and its newer Armata super tank is also regarded as a mean machine and perhaps the best in the world. But as National Interest pointed out in 2018, the country may not have enough money to produce many of them. That's the big difference. The USA has tons of budget to produce many more tanks if need be. National Interest also points out that most of China's tank fleet is old, but hastens to say that China's Type 99 can hold its weight with any of Russia's or America's tanks. You have to give Russia and China the advantage here. But where the USA is strongest is in the air, with no other country coming near its outrageously powerful powerful fleet of aircraft. We already know about all those F-35s in development, but
Yep.
the USA also has a large fleet of other great aircraft, including F-22 Raptors, F-15E Strike Eagles, FA-18EF Super Hornets, and F-16 Fighting Falcons. This year, it bought 15 KC-46 Tanker Strategic Military Transport aircrafts for $3.1 billion, and also one B-21 bomber for $2 billion. We might also wonder what's going on with stealth aircraft at that secretive place called Area 51. Still, Russia has hundreds of Sukhoi Su-35s, and no one has ever doubted this aircraft is as good as any that exist. As backup, it has fleets of MiG-29s, Su-27s, and MiG-31s. Looking at the future and fifth-generation aircraft, Russia is quietly building the Sukhoi T-50 PAK-FA, which national interest said is as good as anything out there, while the airplane Russia calls the Ghost, the Su-57 stealth fighter, is currently under development. China is no slouch either, with its ready-for-battle Chengdu J-10s and J-20s. You'll find all of these aircraft we've mentioned on top 10 lists, with pundits not always agreeing on which takes first place. All we can say is that the US has more cash to build more, and perhaps a more experienced Air Force. As for the Navy, the US holds an ace in the hole with its large fleet of 20 strong aircraft carriers,
Of course.
expensive things but extremely important in war. The biggest and perhaps best of its kind is the USA's Gerald R. Ford, and the US also has 2 supercarriers under construction and 10 more planned, which will cost many billions of dollars. China has just 2 aircraft carriers, but is building a supercarrier called the Type 002. Russia has one fairly old aircraft carrier, not quite up to speed with China and America. The US also has 10 frigates, 65 destroyers, some more to come this year, 0 corvettes, 66 submarines, 13 patrol craft, and 11 mine warfare vessels. China has 50 frigates, 29 destroyers, 39 corvettes, 73 submarines,
Holy
220
shit.
patrol craft, and 29 mine warfare vessels. Russia has 9 frigates, 13 destroyers, 78 corvettes, 62 submarines, 41 patrol craft, and 47 mine warfare vessels. Not surprisingly, if you look at any top 10 lists, the best navies in the world usually go something like 3rd, Russia, 2nd, China, and 1st, USA. Only global firepower puts China ahead of the USA, but it's only adding up the number of vessels. Still, you can find articles on the web stating that China is catching up to the USA, so if we add Russia to China, well, that's a formidable force. We could talk about nuclear weapons, but we all know most of those are split between Russia and the USA. China has some, but no one knows how many exactly. We could also wonder if any country could prevent any missiles hitting in the event of a nuclear war, but it's likely it would just mean all-out destruction. So, in terms of who would win this hypothetical matchup, and let's say the USA didn't have any allies, such as its favorite big brother, the UK, we'd have to say Russia and China. The USA may have the money, but both China and Russia are developing all kinds of new weapons to match any weapons in the US. On top of that, you just have so much more manpower. It would, in the end, overwhelm the USA. And speaking of teams, you need somebody you can rely on when building and hosting a website. Wix offers you true creative freedom when designing your website that's
All
limited
right.
only by your
I
own
think that's it.
imagination. Wix does all the
Okay. So as I've been saying for a while, I didn't even want to bring NATO into that one. But Russia, China, as far as them teaming up, it's like the perfect team. China has the economy that Russia needs. Russia has the fighting power that China needs, and they also have nukes, hypersonic nukes. Russia's in the lead in that shit right now. And then you got the United States right now that's just, I mean, they've always been ahead of the game, but they're showing too many weaknesses, I should say, and it's making Russia and China more confident. They know that they like, oh yeah, we can take them down now. They got weak leadership. Their countries fighting. They're not united at all. Where Russia and China could probably unite their country pretty fast, especially China because they're communists. So most people can't even talk against the president there. But it's just something to think about. And their capabilities are catching up. And don't even get on nukes. I wish he would have got on the nuclear weapons. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if the United States have ever tested this. This is our most powerful nuke right now. It's called the B-61. Let me see if they have one for this. Hmm. Oh, so this was the a B? No. Okay, they probably have never tested this one because it's that strong. That's the U.S. It's most powerful. I know you've seen Russia's. Russia's is like crazy. Oh, but this is the one I want to show you guys too. Because this is the one people forget about. Russia said it'll be ready by, oh, by February. They're bringing out this new nuclear missile called the Satan II. Now they had it in development forever, but it's supposed to be able to go around every defense system, everything. Uh, that could literally obliterate. Oh shit! Uh, there was one where they actually showed because Putin showed the test, and at the end of the test it showed all the nukes hitting towards Florida, and then it was all over CNN. Oh, I guess Fox talked about it a couple of years ago too. Hmm. I hope that's our tech. I hope that alien shit is our tech and not just some aliens coming around. Because I hear some people say this could be a cover up for an invasion, and then they said that the invasion would be a cover up for World War III, and then this everyone thinks something's a cover up. So, but then you got the people that say, well, no, that's the U.S. technology. Then you got other people saying, well, that's Russia and China's technology. They're spying on us. So we don't know what they are, guys. We honestly have no clue where our money going to. We could be helping them do all that stupid shit. But I mean, it would be nice. It would be nice. But we could all be in an arms race to be fighting off something unworldly. I don't talk about that a lot, but we have no idea what exists out there, what our government always put their nose into, fucking with space and everything. We still don't know nothing about our moon. We still don't know nothing about our ocean. Like, we got a lot of shit these days. Oh yeah, let me just say strongest nukes. There we go. Since we're talking about nuclear war that could happen. Oh wait, I just put strongest. All right.
You could go to Granger.com to
We can
find
go
what
to our
you need at the
smallest
job
to our
site.
biggest, so you
Granger,
guys can
supplies and
see how
solutions for every industry.
devastating these are these days. Especially if we get into a conflict. Okay, I think this is just comparing the scale of explosions altogether. Huh. I guess you would say that's car level. All right. Tall boy, Terminal. Okay, so now we're getting up there. Father of all bombs, neutron bomb. Damn. Oh, so we got hella shit. EMP bomb, Halifax bomb, little boy. Wow. What's this one? Fat man, combat bomb. So we already got something. Damn, bro. Knocks out Mount Everest out of the water. Hydrogen bomb. You see, it just keeps getting smaller. I mean, crazier and crazier. Catch Bravo. Wow. B-41. Caesar Bomba. This is the most powerful bomb ever created, but Mother Nature is far deadlier. All nuclear bombs detonated together. Wow. Super volcanic eruption. Yeah, I've heard. We've all heard about that, especially with Yellowstone. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all the difference. Y'all see the scale? They had Mount Everest, and not even our strongest bomb was the one that took it out. I was like halfway there, bro. And just imagine humans unleashing all that radioactive shit in the air. Because y'all know in the last minute they're going to try to go for everything. We're so screwed. And we better just pray to God that this do not happen. It's just not worth it, man. It's really not. Crazy. Never in my lifetime thought we'd be here talking about nuclear war. All right, let me see if there's any new news before I tone this down because I'm getting hungry. And they got a ramen shop down there, so I want to eat me some ramen. All right, let's see. I always go for Russia first because they seem to be the ones hyped up right now. U.S. NATO dispute with Russia does not undermine Turkey Black Sea rights. Are they trying to stop the Russians from coming into the Black Sea? Is that what we were reading up on? What's this? Why Russia still loses if it wins a war against Ukraine? Well, Nikons and NATO inch U.S. closer to nuclear war with Russia. Hold up. Okay, neocons, neolibs, and NATO inch us closer to nuclear war with Russia. Do. I want to hear what the views is on this. I know about the history. On the deaths, Stefan Collin, foremost scholar of Russia studies, had warned of just a conflagration with Ukraine as a catalyst on the facts that U.S. policy towards Ukraine and Russia has not promoted peace between the two, but sought to sever the former's century-long ties to Russia and bring it into the U.S.-led NATO sphere of influence. Cold War is when conflict outweighs cooperation. The NT is when conflict and friction are reduced. We are in a new Cold War. Wow. Which is more dangerous than the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962. See, guys, they, oh my God. This is probably like the 20th article that has rehearsed that same word over and over. Worse than the Cuban Missile Crisis, worse than the Cold War. Things are way different these days because these two can't work shit out at all. Over Ukraine, no, nothing's happening. See, Russia has reported to pull some troops away from Ukraine. They're not after Ukraine. When will people figure out that they're actually after NATO? Ukraine is the distraction. Right here, Putin claims he's not seeking confrontation in Ukraine. In Ukraine. This is about to be crazy. Oh, this is about Russia's sanctions. Uh, Russia has the capability to invade Ukraine, U.S. defense. White House warning strains Ukraine U.S. partnership. Turkish Black Sea rights not undermined by U.S. and NATO's proposals to Russia. Putin accepts Erdogan's invitation to visit Turkey. Oh wow! So Erdogan visit Putin to visit. Turkey warns Russian invasion of Ukraine would not be a wise act. Turkey knows. See, Turkey's playing double agent. Turkey knows what Russia's going to do, and Turkey knows what NATO's going to do, because Turkey's in the alliance. But it kind of been leaving Turkey a little in the dark about things, because they're playing double agent. One minute they're on China and Russia and Iran's nuts, and then the next minute they're on fucking the United States and Germany and France nuts, and then they're hating the United States, and then they're hating Greece, and then they're ready to go to war with Greece. And it calms down. They're like, hey, y'all NATO members now. Y'all need to calm that shit down. Like, crazy shit, man. I mean, the UK and France have been at it how many times over that fucking Fisher boat shit, ramming them into each other and shit. Like, NATO members ain't united, guys. Don't let them put that full front in front of you. They're here to bluff and try to get Russia to back down. But if Russia don't back down, they're not going to be united on some kind of attack. Belarus will go to war if Russia's attacked. But yep, there's another one. Threatens. Oh, they're threatening them with a transit van. Belarus leader pledges war if Russia is attacked. Wow, bro, this is getting crazy. Man, bro, they're not playing. Well, sounds like another day for me to go out and have a few drinks. Sheesh, that's my off day too. This is just crazy. Anyways, I had to show you guys this. This is the website I go to. You can search up anything in here, even if I wanted news about Trump, if I wanted to say, oh, Trump, what's Trump talking about today, or something like that. It gives you everything. Oh wow, wow. So a judge actually came in on that now, on that mail-in voting. It's unconstitutional. Wow. Hmm. Trump should not lead the country again, says a Republican. Oh, so they're trying to turn it back on Trump. I wonder why. Anyways, so yeah, you can look up stuff on that. Probably can find stuff on the Maxwell, because I know a lot of people come to my TikTok like, no, this is a distraction from the Maxwell stuff. Massive Mouse. Good pals did not get her retrial. So yeah, you can get anything. You can get news from anywhere, guys, and it's worldwide news. Y'all see that y'all had some UK articles on talking about that too. A lot of stuff. Huh? What about nuclear war? If I put that in, I haven't looked that up on here in a while. Can America fight and win a nuclear war? No. Here's World War III. Here's what would happen if a nuclear bomb dropped on Los Angeles during World War III. Oh, interesting. Russia, Ukraine, and need peace. U.S., Europe do not need nuclear war. Duma Speaker. North Korea vows to bolster nuclear war deterrent. Latest missile test vows to bolster nuclear war deterrent. Avoiding nuclear war. India and Pakistan. See, when one of us drop the nuke, all of them are. India and Pakistan. North Korea is gonna fuck South Korea up and Japan. Um, UK and France is probably gonna be busy with Germany because it's not looking like Germany's gonna be on anyone's side if it's going to Russia, and they kind of we kind of got our nuclear planes there right now. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how this plays out. Um, Damn, I've been on here for an hour. Let's go drink, Javante. Sounds like a deal. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I know I ain't talked too much, but I wanted to show you guys that things ain't calming down. It's getting a lot worse. And I gave TikTok a 30-minute of live, and I gave you guys a 61-minute live. So, much love to my YouTubers, much love to my TikTokers, much love to all you guys. I'm just here to spread the truth and show you how to search things behind your media. And they don't let everything out to you, and they're not gonna tell you the harsh, outcomes of such wars. Like an EMP, what it would do to us, or like a nuke, if a nuclear war was in our country, what it would do to us. They're not here to tell you that. So I'm here. I'm going to look up more vids. I'm going to post more stuff on my TikTok. I'm going to post the same stuff on YouTube now that I have more space and storage. I am back, motherfuckers. They're not going to shut me down. And Javante, the reporter, is here. I'm hearing myself on the news. I'm hearing them shout my name on the radio and in some podcasts. We are getting up there, guys. We are up there. The Javante base is going, guys. Real news. Let's go. We need to spread it. Real news. Fuck all these fake phonies. Fuck all these haters. Fuck all these other guys. We are here to spread the truth, love, peace, and unity and truth for life. Boy, I can't do that without actually showing myself. Blow. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, I hit the wrong